What's going on, guys? Bingo here. I'm with the Duel Factory for the 17th installment of X-2 Drop, a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast we do every week talking about the metagame, events going on, product releases, and whatever the fuck we really feel like, because what else do we got to do? All right. So this week, or today and yesterday, the 30th of June, I guess, we had EUWCQ, the final main event for the season other than Worlds. So basically, the format's over, and nothing.
We did it.
Nothing really changed. Nothing changed from NAWCQ to EUWCQ. Some of the tech cards and builds got adjusted a little bit, but for the most part, the last 3 or 4 weeks, the format's been pretty much stagnant. And we'll get into that and how we think the format's going to shape up. But I do want to talk about the results of the EUWCQ. So the final match was a salad mirror, and the guy got Swift 2-0'd. It was pretty great. So the newcomer, right? He beat the 2016 European champion.
I think so. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay. Yeah, he just drew better than him. He had the answers for everything. But there was I think top 4 was 2 Thunder, 2 Salad. Well, sorry, one of them actually wasn't Thunder. It was Guard Dragon combo. Didn't have any Thunder cards. So that was pretty interesting. And then Sky Striker fell out after top 8. And Orcust fell out after top 16, I think.
Yes, I remember saying that.
The only Orcust deck that made top cut was one that was playing, I think it was playing 2 Nightmare Corruptor Ibli, which is, you saw some of his hands, it was the only reason he was able to play. So I know that started back right after Dane came out. Actually, it was like right after Deceptions, like pre-Dane. It's 1-card Mermaid, makes fucking sense, but people weren't playing it for some reason.
I feel like there's just better normal summons when you look at that road. Don't get me wrong. He was 100% able to play because that was the card in his hand. But like, there's just, when you look at a deck like that, you just need bigger, high impact normal summons. Whereas Ibli's just like a straight like 1-for-1, and then when you go into Mermaid, it's the same thing, and you don't generate any extra card economy. So I think that's the reasoning behind it.
Yeah. So talking about this for a little bit, there was 2 instances where the Ibli, I felt like, was relevant. One, he opened both Nightmare Corruptor Iblis, and that was horrible for him. But since he was able to still summon that one out of the deck and discard the one in hand, he was still able to full combo. But the odds of you opening both of your Nightmares are so low. It could just be one of those things you just have to accept is going to happen.
Sometimes just bad luck happens to you. I mean,
yeah.
In that instant, paid off because having that extra monster really does come in clutch.
Yeah, and then the reason why I wouldn't play Ibli is because going first blind at an event that isn't like top cut of nationals, you know what everyone's playing. So
yeah.
You know if your opponent's playing Salad, but if you're going blind round 4 at a regional and you give your opponent an Ibli and they get a free Balinks out of it, it feels pretty bad.
You know, I never even considered that you get a free Balinks out of it.
Yeah, so
I 100% forgot that card's a Cyber card.
Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't personally play it, but I would also never play Orcust. It's just, Orcust is extremely well-rounded. I just feel like there's better, if you're playing a certain category, control or aggro, or whatever they're called in Yu-Gi-Oh! I would rather play Thunder, Salad, or Striker. They're just better decks.
There is combo, and then there is non-combo. There is no in between.
There's combo, and that's it if you ask Joe.
Duh. Best deck.
Alright, so, and Striker, unlike the NAWCQ, did not do... it did as well as I actually would have expected. Made top cut, but fell off. Because it just shouldn't be up there at top 4, top 8, because that deck shouldn't be able to keep up. It just shouldn't, but it can, and it's really frustrating.
Hey man, if the pilot's good, that deck's going to be good, regardless.
But
it has everything it needs to do well.
And you saw it, the Top Cut match with the striker player, he just lost to himself, opening like double multi-roll, no way to Ray. Like they were going into time in game 3, and he just didn't open Ray. He just got bodied.
He outplayed himself.
Yeah. And
it was glorious.
The biggest thing I want to take away from this event has to be the Thunderless card version of the combo deck. Because it's just like a Chaos Crusadia deck, and that just shows that there is no one way to hit that deck, and it's really frustrating. And so are you just not getting banned because it's getting reprinted? So even if that goes to 1, that doesn't solve anything.
What a time to be alive.
They're not going to ban Argapane.
Well, I think if you put Saryuja to 1, that actually complicates things a little bit, because if you look at it, a lot of Guard Dragon combos end on making a Saryuja or making the Heretic Link, right?
Yeah, you usually do need 2 if your hand's just pure fire.
And a lot of the combos, like, you resolve 2, and one of the Saryujas doesn't even get its effect. So if you take a Saryuja away, you take away the generic Link dragons that you can make.
Yeah,
so I mean, don't get me wrong.
Triple burst, Hieratic Seal, and 1 Saryuja.
Yeah, plus Saryuja also has the ideal arrows, but I mean, even then, people will find a way to make it work. But like, that still puts a big hamper on things. Putting Saryuja to 1, because it being at unlimited copies is like not okay.
Yeah, it's just wild.
Especially with the Crusadia cards, they're just making Saryujas for free now. They're like, we'll just take out all the Thunder cards and we'll just make free Saryujas till we get what we want. Yeah, and that's pretty much how the evolution of that deck is now gone, because now they just cut the Thunder cards out. Or European players have cutting the Thunder cards out, and then they're just going straight. Ultimate
they're just going full combo. And, I mean, the Thunder cards were just a means to an end. They could be any other sub-engine that just fits relatively well. But I do 100% think Levineer is going to get limited or banned.
Oh, it has to. That card's insane.
That card's unreal.
It's doing way too much. Like, you resolve a Levineer, and, like, it's like a +4. And, like, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's Reborn. It's non-targeting +1 on summon. It rips a card out of... I mean, it just does too much. It does too much.
Like it's like you're saying. Let's just make a list here. You ready for it? It's Reborn, Pop 2, rip a card, level 8, 3K,
Dark
Dragon. That's 6 positives I've come up with that can be splashed into any deck that plays lights and darks. Does not matter. I mean, we've been seeing people over here get cheeky and start playing it. Yeah, and Cyber Dragons.
Yeah, it's like staple in that deck now.
And fucking Cyber Dragons.
You have to play it because it makes, what is that card? Overload Fusion?
It makes Overload Fusion irrelevant and makes Cyberload Fusion super live.
That's what it is.
Like, super live. You just get a fuse for 1,000 and, like, kill your opponent.
Yeah, so for the past, like, 3 or 4 weeks, we've talked about these 4 decks and what they can or can't do. Now, season's over, excluding Worlds, because it means nothing to average player.
Worlds is not a real format.
It's a fun event to watch. It's a fun event to talk about, but it's irrelevant to the rest of us. So, how the fuck do we fix or change the format? Because I'm anticipating a just hard reset right now. Salad's been out long enough for a structure based deck. Monarchs was only relevant for like 3 months, I think.
So, follow me here, right? You ready for it, boys? This is the ultimate cure to the current Yu-Gi-Oh format. We sell all of our stuff and switch over to Bakugan. Anyway, no, don't do that. That's a terrible idea. But, you might have to go with the hard reset. I mean, I'm not 100% sure. Like, the top decks are the top decks.
Yeah, because, I mean, was it after Duelist Alliance format they did a hard reset?
It was after Duelist Alliance, after Dragon Ruler format, so on and so forth. But, okay.
If they don't do that, the Guard Dragon combo deck is never going away. That will just constantly adapt if they just, hit card here, hit a card there. Salaman Great is extremely consistent. You can use generic cyber support, and they just need one card to play. Sky Striker is about one hit away from being unplayable. And Orcus, ban Bardiche.
Yeah, so I was about to say, if we can start going on down the decks here. If you take Bardiche away, Orcus is still playable. They can still do cute stuff, but they're not ending on the sweet boys that they're ending now. The Thunder Guard Chaos
thing,
ugly stepsister in the corner type thing that we have going on. The big problem here is the Guard Dragons, right? Because beforehand, if you look at it before the Guard Dragons came out, we still had multiple Brilliant Fusion and multiple Snow, and that was the problem. Yeah. Because like getting like a +5 off one card was not fair.
Yeah, and that was a huge hit to the Thunder Dragon. That's why you keep seeing the Thunder cards going less and less.
Yeah. So you take the one ugly child in the room and you replace it with another. So that being said, you either, to me, to make this work, because originally people were saying you could take away either white or black dragon, and that makes it unplayable. But now you're seeing people use the Crusadia engine because Draco is a searchable dragon that's level 4 to use these cards.
Yeah.
So you either do the firewall strategy and ban everything that makes them, or you just stop the bleeding and you have to take Argapane and LP away. Because if you leave Argapane, you're still leaving a free summon, and Lone Fire Blossom from the deck is not cool, especially for dragon cards, because dragons are like the most broken type of
games. Especially with the addition of Broth. It was just like a perfect storm where you have Levianeer, who was a good card, but like it was very niche. Now it's 100% searchable.
Yeah, because
it's just nuts.
Cards.
Yeah, it's just crazy. So LP has to go. Like the card's just going to get more and more crazy.
I think you have to take both of them away. I really do, especially with all the stuff you can because look at all the monsters that they make with those two cards alone. I mean, you're getting a non-targeting bounce at the end of almost every combo that plays Guard Dragon cards. I mean, you just There's also FTKs around them that they all got hit preemptively before we could actually deal with them. One of them with Dark Matter Dragon, but you were summoning Dark Matter off Argapane anyway. So there's that.
So a simple fucking solution. It's not the only thing that would need to happen, but if they did just ban Saryuja, it would fix a lot because you wouldn't be able to get the insane value out of it because your options, Triple Burst and Hieratic Seal aren't exactly good cards to go into mid combo.
Well, if you also get rid of Saryuja, you're kind of future-proofing the game too from other degenerate bullshit.
Yeah, because that card is just. It's an awesome card. Like, I think it's really well designed, but I think the Guard Dragons just made it just insane.
If one archetype can abuse a single card like that, you're be almost positive something else along the line will come around and do the same thing, and the card's going to be in the same hot seat.
Yeah. But
it's a victim of Konami's first wave of Link monsters, honestly. The ones that were, super insane.
Yeah, where, it should just have a once per turn, but the draw effect is great, but the fact that you get a free body for nothing, it lets you get out of the Guard Dragon restriction, which without Saryuja being a card, it's actually pretty difficult to do without just throwing LP Pisty and Argapane into a Triple Burst Dragon or some weird something that doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah, some super niche card that just kind of takes up space.
Yeah, and then what do you do from there? So that's not going to happen. So yeah, Argapane's just that's a wild card. I can't believe they printed something that says summon one of the strongest type from your extra deck for free.
It's just that part's insane, but there's just so much you can do, and even if you hit the Chaos cards, you still have the Thunder cards. I mean, they're not the greatest cards, but they were topping events before this stuff came out. So, yeah. There's that.
Alright, so what else? Would you do anything else to the deck, or would you just focus on the Guard Dragon engine itself?
I think that the biggest problem is the Guard Dragon stuff, so I feel if you deal with that, I think the Thunder deck itself, drops a lot in power, and like people will still play pure because they like Thunder Dragon.
Yeah, I think pure will be a solid deck. I don't think it'll be anything too crazy. It'll still top regionals for sure.
Oh, yeah, it'll still top events, but like it's not the same power level. It's not the same presence, and you're not gonna watch it like. I mean, because the problem with Pure Thunder is like it died to hand traps anyway, and it wasn't like how Danger Guard Thunder is now, where it can play through like 3 hand traps no problem. Like
play through fucking Lancia.
It
just doesn't matter. Like Droll hurts, but yeah, Droll actually hurts really bad. But anytime Droll is an answer, it's a problem. You know, like.
Yeah, when Droll's the answer, the deck is at a plane that doesn't need to be at. So I mean, there's that.
All right. Yeah, I think we talked about Thunder enough because what I don't want to happen is I fucking hate Colossus and I don't want all these decks to get checked and then like Thunder Dragon is just it's a very good deck. It's actually a pretty consistent deck. You know, you can spit out 2 Colossus, no problem. And I fucking hate that card.
Says the Sky Striker player.
Says any rogue deck ever besides Burning Abyss.
Well, yeah, considering, let's see, what decks do you like to play? Let's see, Striker,
Necros, Invoked.
The amount of searching is insane.
Fucking Zoo, if it had Broad Bull. Anyways. Alright, so Orcust just needs a light hit. As in a light hit, I mean ban fucking Bardiche. That card's nuts.
Take Bardiche away, all they're doing is just doing fancy plays to make Galateo.
Yeah, I mean, the deck just isn't scary. Bardiche is, what, a +3 on his own?
The whole reason that deck's even good, honestly.
Yeah, the whole deck is just sitting on him.
Like, Bardiche alone sets up double negates on his own, right?
Yeah, double negates, and it fuels your second Galatea.
And then when you mix it with the Orcus, that's when you're starting to get the stuff where you're getting double negates, you're getting Time Thief Redoer, and then, like, Bardiche is really broken with Orcus Babble because you're getting 2 pops, 1 non-targeting. Like, this is insane, bro. Insane.
Yeah, and then hitting Bardiche will very heavily limit the Orcust engine, which you've seen popping up in Pendulum. The fucking NAWCQ future match, the Salaman Great Orcus, like synergy, if I've ever seen it.
Synergy.
These 2 cards, they all do effects, so they're synergy. Like, whatever. So I honestly think that's the only thing that needs to happen. I would like Mermaid ban just because I don't like any deck I don't play. So
Mermaid's kind of an unfair card because they keep printing monsters that have Nightmare in the name, and sooner or later it's going to become more of a problem than it already is.
And like I hear people say, well, Mermaid, like if extra links become a problem or these crazy link spam boards become a problem, like it summons Idli or Nightmare Corruptor Idli out of your deck, but if you're extra linked, you can't make Mermaid, and if you get to a point where you can make Mermaid, you're probably safe, so what's the point?
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
But that's not going to happen. Mermaid's not getting banned.
It's because it's a basic rare.
Yeah, it hasn't had a foil printing yet. Is it on the printing press for one?
I have no idea.
I can't remember. You know what card I never ever want to come back? It's Goblin.
Goblins will never come. That card's not going to be okay to come back.
Fuck that card. The normal summon, like if it just said normal summon, like yeah, there'd be a bunch of degenerate combos, and I would love that. But the no targeting for linked monsters, like, no. You can't break that fucking extra link.
See, I like playing combo, and I don't want Goblin to come back at all.
Because then Goki's best deck, right?
Say it with me, boys.
Goki combo.
Alright, so
Thanks, Jesse Cotton. He ruined the game for us.
yeah, he does that quite a bit, it seems like.
You know, whatever.
Alright, so Orcus, easy kill. Thunder, still not sure we did enough to that. Striker. There's a million different... You could kill this deck in 3 or 4 different ways. Ban or limit multi-roll. Fucking.
I am super excited for the banning of Engage. How about you?
They're not going to ban Engage. You know that. Right?
It's going. It's 100%. Okay, it's probably not going, but I'm excited.
The multi-roll, I know it doesn't do anything on its own, really, but that card is fucking nuts. Like, it's unfair. The longer it stays on the field, it's judgment every turn, makes all your shit fucking spell speed 4. Like, how is that fair?
Multi-roll's just a bomb.
Yeah, they
like every turn.
Oh my god. If they ban that card, the deck is dead. If they limit that card, the deck is fringe status. You could probably top a regional because people will forget how to play against it in 6 months because it happens somehow.
Just man, multi-roll gives it everything right now.
That's what I don't get. Like 6 months after Spiral was like hit really bad, people forget how to play against it. It's like it was the best deck for months, and you just don't remember what Double Helix does.
Don't remember what the field spell does.
Yeah, I just I can't target your cards. Why not? Fucking Spiral Resort.
Wild.
So Kagari's gonna go to 3, and Drone's gonna go to 3.
Kagari's getting banned, so's Drones. I'm so excited.
If they hit Shizuku to 1, the deck is unplayable. Like, you won't have enough early game advantage gain to keep up with the other decks. So the deck will still be able to do the late game grind if you can get to that point, but without the turn 2, turn 3 adds from Kagari and Shizuku, you're really hurting because that's why the deck is so crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you put Shizuku to 1, you're doing too much. Just put multi-roll to 1. That's the big one.
Yeah. And then people want the deck to be playable, but they're like, just put Widow Anchor to 1. That's like the win condition of the deck. With 1 Kagari and 1 Widow Anchor, you can't do anything. You have no defense because you can't get it back off multi-roll. You're either adding Engage back off Kagari and just never getting your fucking Widow Anchor back, or you're setting it and it gets banished.
Yeah, like that's just like that's how the deck kills people. Like, you can't just take it away. I mean, because then the deck literally becomes unplayable. Like, you look at Dragon Rulers; they took all the Dragon Rulers and left them with the babies.
Yeah,
anyone playing Dragon Rulers, not even for fun.
3.
That was a bad analogy.
3 burner, 3 pebbles.
Pebbles.
What was the other deck? Oh, Salad.
Salad.
I like Salad. I don't think it's too crazy. I think it could use a tap.
Put Gazelle to the stake.
Put Gazelle to 0. That's a fair hit, right?
I hate Gazelle. I thought deck I'm sick and tired of seeing in our locals. Fucking prank kids, but enough about that.
Yeah, fuck that. It was so satisfying watching that Prank Kids player get fucking Swift 2-0'd at EUWCQ.
Felt great.
I don't get why he did what he did, though, because game 1, he went first, he opened Pranks plus a Prank Kid, and he didn't make a play.
I don't know.
Because Pranks gives you the token, and you just normal summon, and you make Doodle, search Fusion. He had 4.
Probably realized he didn't deserve to be there.
Yeah.
He
was X-3. He was 5 wins, 3 draws. How do you get 3 draws with Prank Kids?
Who knows, bro? Probably felt the burning rage of all the virginity in the room.
Well, how would you hit Salad? Would you touch Sunlight Wolf? Would you touch Gazelle?
I mean, it's one of those things. Like, the deck's like super, super consistent, but what makes it super consistent is the fact of how easily it has access to its main engine piece, which is Gazelle. Like, you have all these ways to get to it. You have a archetype-specific invoker that lets you get to it. Like, it's one of those things that I feel the only thing you can really do to it is you have to do something to Gazelle
Yeah.
But like,
because they're not going to do anything as crazy as, limit Sunlight Wolf. Like, you just have... I don't know what else you could hit besides Gazelle. Right? Because, obviously, Debug's at 1. Circle's still going to be at 3. You have Stalio. And...
that's the thing. You have so many ways to get to it. That's the problem.
3 sign-up mining. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah. All of it, man.
You could play 10 Gazelles in your deck right now.
Now, I've seen ways where, and that's not even the biggest issue, is you could see Solomon Great players, they'll open, like, even if they open the combo with just Foxy and Spinny, and they never once get to Gazelle, I mean, like, that's still combo.
Yeah, the deck will be playable. Maybe they'll do something crazy like semi-limiting Sunlight Wolf or even Baylynx. Like, 1 Baylynx would hurt quite a bit, right?
Yeah, because
that limits some of your combos to trigger Gazelle, doesn't it? Because you can't reincarnate link it.
Yeah, if you only have 1 of it. I think semi-limiting Sunlight Wolf would probably be pretty good, too.
Yeah, there's a couple ways to do it. They'll probably want to just lower the power level. Salad's probably still going to be a tier 1 deck after July. But
there's no doubt in my mind.
Because the upcoming product doesn't seem too exciting for archetypes.
No, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out.
Yeah, there's neat, but there's no like crazy archetype or like, I don't know, Zoo. I was hyped for Zoo for like 6 months.
Say it one more time.
I was hyped for Zoo for like 6 months. Just watching it, yeah. All right, so where do we go from here?
Home, ideally.
Yeah, we go home. Show's over. Rest in peace, Yu-Gi-Oh! 2019.
I mean, now we're going to the off season, which is a real strange place for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there's no real events.
I think the off season has some of the most interesting interactions because a lot of people are trying old strategies or just trying to have more fun, and they're being a little bit more innovative. And then the season kicks off, and everybody's super excited to take what they've developed over the past month or two to their first event. So it could be interesting.
See if it works.
Yeah. Our locals suck, so it's going to be the same as it ever was. But off season at my last locals, it was awesome because everyone's playing their favorite deck rather than something they need to practice for a regional or a YCS.
But our locals, good old diehard games, were meme central, so it's going to be prank kids for a very long time.
What did I even play against? Oh, I played against Salad, and I was going to play against Doug with Mystic Mind, but I was just like, I'm going home getting drunk. What did I play round 1?
I gave good old Douglas French the quickest 2-0 against life playing Mystic Mind, and it felt great.
I sat next to you round 1. What did I play against?
What did you play against?
I have no idea.
This is weird.
Played against Nathan, playing something.
No, you didn't play against the Bathinator. Remember, you were sad because you didn't get to play the Bathinator.
I thought his name was Nathan, though.
He might have been a Nathan, but he was
it definitely wasn't the Bathinator. That's the only reason I go to locals.
Make sure Bathinator gets his daily 2-0-ing.
Oh, man, that's so funny. He messes up so much.
So much. It's because he's got no sauce, bro.
All right, so how are you going to approach the offseason? What are you going to play? Are you going to keep playing Thunder, or are you just going to kind of chill till the ban list before you really do anything?
Well, I don't know. I'm probably just going to play a bunch of fun shit. Like, we got that... Anyway, we got that Battle to Legend and Heroes Revenge coming out, and I love to play Hero. So...
Yeah, I'll probably be playing Magical Musketeers and BA. Magical Musket Max looks super fun.
That card's cool. That's another cool card that's coming out.
Yeah, that card is legitimately broken in a bad deck.
I mean, it's got to be broken somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I really like... There's some other interesting things that are coming out, but I was talking about the other day just because I know how much Doug loves dinosaurs. Kind of want to play True King Dinos because
no one's really explored how broken IB is yet.
Yeah, that card is going to get abused in a tier 1 strategy in the next 6 months.
I mean, it's Denlong.
It's Denlong. It floats. It gets a search, and then the floater can get another plus by banishing it and bringing back the tuner you used to make IB. Like, it's nuts.
The floater can be used for guard dragon combo.
Yep. That card's crazy. So, even if they do touch the white and black dragon, I feel like that's a way people were going, because at top 4 today at the WCQ, the Crusadia deck, they were playing Draconet.
I saw that. Draconet to summon
Galaxy
Serpent and make it.
Yep.
Shit was dope.
So people are already seeing that, and like IB is wild.
That's what you're going to see in the offseason. You're going to see those cool little decks with those little niche interactions with +1s going left and right. It's going to be so awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah. So I'm going to be playing BA next week, as long as my fucking Tsuchinokos get here. Oh, do you think they'll touch the dangers?
I think now would be a good time.
Yeah, if they did, it would be a good time, but if they hit everything else properly, like, they don't have to.
If they hit everything properly, they don't have to, but they'll just come up again at some point.
Yeah, I mean, Jackalope, I could see Jackalope getting limited. I don't think anything will ever happen to Nessie or any of the bad dangers. Jackalope and
I think Jackalope's the highest impact one, because you see a lot of combos involve this card and discarding Jackalope to go get whatever level monster you want out of the deck. So that's definitely, to me, that's the highest impact one, but...
Yeah, I honestly, right now, wouldn't really care if they didn't touch the dangers, because even the danger sub-engine, the standard 9 cards, like I've seen some lists playing just the 6 dangers. I'm playing 2 Nessie, some maxing out on them, but then you got those guys trying to make those cheese decks with 20 dangers and some weird FTK.
RNGesus, bro.
Whatever. Alright, so we're coming up on 30 minutes or so. I'm not actually sure where we're at, but you got any closing comments?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Off-season is going to be wild.
Alright.
The card market is probably going to go drastically up and down.
That's something we didn't even talk about. The buyout's already happening. It's really frustrating. But I ordered like $30 worth of shit today, so...
Attaboy.
All right, yeah.
Also, Douglas French has no sauce.
So Douglas French has no sauce, as always. Guys, if you've enjoyed this podcast, please check out our YouTube channels, youtube.com/The Duel Factory and Bingo HD. We like to do as much as we can, and since I'm in the middle of a move, so we're trying to get more content out, but right now it's just kind of off season. We're trying to start again next week to put out 3 to 4 videos a week. So if you liked what we talked about, please check us out next week, same time, Monday at 8 a.m. And that's everything I got. Peace out.
Okay, bye!